Okay, what we have here is installation of 450 kilowatt solar models. We have it here, we have about 12 350-watt solar panels that we're about to set up, and this is actually a roof mount system. We're going to be installing these solar panels on the roof. As you can see, we're bringing out the panels. We arrange the panels outside, and we'll actually have to look at the position of putting the panel such that we'll have a maximum yield. The Each panels here is 350 watt, and we're going to be seriesing three in series, and we're all parallel all together. That means we'll have four streams of panels. So in this kind of a story building, we are going to be using a scaffold. The scaffold has been set up, so we're going to be using the scaffold to lift up all the panels onto the roof. So we'll climb the scaffold, and everything we do, we consider safety first. As we climb the scaffold, we'll make sure you take measures of safety, very important, so that as you are climbing, you're protecting yourself. Normally we're supposed to use a body harness to be able to make your safety 100%. But if you know what you're doing, you can just still walk and walk with safety, with safety cautiousness. Okay, this is the roof. This is how the roof is. We have what we're going to use to line up the panels on the roof, which we call panel rack. Panel rack, will first set them up on the roof. We'll screw them up. We'll make sure they are firmly tight on the roof before we'll start bringing up the panels. So we use, with the help of rope, we'll tie up the panels from down, and we'll lift them up by pulling them up with the help of the rope. So we'll now align them on the rack, as you can see. So, and most especially if you are walking on the roof, you have to be very careful so that you won't cause damage on the roof, because the damage on the roof may lead to a lot of disaster. It may start leaking, and it won't be too good when you have finished your installation and the roof is leaking. Now, considering what we are doing here, before we set up this panel, we have already checked the direction of the sun, so that we can know how the sun come out, where the sun is setting from and where it is going out, the setting and the rising and the setting of the sun, so that we'll be able to look at the direction that the sun is coming from, and where it will at the end of the day end, for us to have maximum yield. So that will determine the side of the roof that we'll choose to set up these panels. So as we see, we'll set up this panel on the rack. We'll make sure they are firmly tight. Then we connect them with the help of the cables. The cable that we normally use is a TRS cable. It has resistance to heat and water. It can absorb. It has the power to absorb heat, and it also have power. Is highly coated to prevent water from entering or corroding the cables. And it's a very sensitive cable that is carrying a lot of a very high voltage and also a high current to the system. So we have to make sure everything is well aligned before we start the installation. We have already considered a lot of things, a lot of measures that we're going to, and all our plans have been set, that they are all written and planned down, so that when you go to the once you get to the roof, you just do your work once and for all, and everything goes on fine. So as you're seeing it, we'll arrange the cables, we'll connect the cable underneath, under the panels. All the cables must be under the panels, so that it will help you to also to also protect the cables against suns. And apart from that, we'll still have some other things that we use to protect the table by coating it with an insulator that will shield the cable against rain and against sun. So, and as you move on the roof, the roof is very slopy, so you move on the roof with a very easy manner, in such a way that it may be slippery, so you wear a safety boot that can grip the roof very well, and everything will work smoothly. So this is how we arrange all these panels, and this is how the system will finally go. At the end of the day, we were able to put up the whole panels, though it end up at late at night, but it was successfully done and everything was firmly done. As I said earlier, we consider putting three panels together in series, three, multiple of three in series, and we now parallel all together. So before we consider these three, we actually look at the system voltage of the charge controller, which determines the voltage that we finally get. Each panel is giving us, that's okay. This is how it was at night when we are finally done. The system was fine at the end of the day. We couldn't really get a clear picture at night, but now, okay, this is how it is in the daytime. So everything was fine, the system was okay, and the system is working fine. Thank you for watching. Please follow for more views. Thank you.